On November 30, 1933, the Bonifacio National Monument was unveiled. Guillermo Tolentino, under the pseudonym Batang Elias, designed the monument that is located at Caloocan. The 23 figures depict the narrative of Philippine Revolution. It shows that despite the suffering that Filipinos endure during Spanish conquest, we'll still rise up with dignity and confidence. The Jose Rizal Monument was unveiled on December 13, 1913, at Rizal Park and designed by Richard Kisling. The monument represents Rizal's Masonic belief and heroism using his novels such as No Limit Tangere and El Filibusterismo. The Black Nazarene is a depiction of Jesus carrying his cross. Many believe that an unnamed Mexican sculptor made the statue in the 16th century. Based on the research of theologian Monsignor Sabino A. Venca Jr. of the Loyola School of Theology, that the statue was never white, because mesquite wood was widely used material during the statue was carved.
The People Power Monument. The People Power Monument was sculptured by Eduardo Castrillo in 1993. It is located at Epifanio de los Santos Avenue, Quezon City, Philippines, where the 2 million brave Filipinos were united. The monument is dedicated to commemorate the events of the 1986 People Power Revolution, also known as the EDSA Revolution. The revolution was the country's stepping stone to restoring democracy against the late former President Ferdinand Marcos. The monument tells a story of a fight for freedom, truth, and justice. The monument consists of three tiers. The first and middle tiers are composed of statues of people from all sectors of the society. On the top tier of the monument is a towering female figure with arms raised toward the sky. The figure has unchained shackles on her wrists which represent freedom. From the back of the composition rise a large flag and staff. The People Power Monument was nominated as one of the symbols of world peace through the hashtag 7Peace hashtag People Power initiative in May 2018. The monument is protected by the Intellectual Property Office of the Philippines. The Oblation. The oblation is the iconic symbol of the University of the Philippines, sculptured by the Philippine national artist Guillermo Tolentino. It symbolizes selfless offering of oneself to his union. The height of the oblation is 3.5 meter, which represents the 3.5 centuries of Spanish colonization. At the university's 40th anniversary in 1949, it was transferred to the main library of the University of the Philippines at Diliman, Quezon City, while a replica was created and installed in front of the Quezon Hall where it stands to this day. The sculpture was funded by UP faculties, employees, and students of 1935 to 1936. They raised 2,000 pesos to fund the creation of the oblation. The inspiration for the oblation can be found in the second stanza of Rizal's Mi Ultimo Adios. In the word of its creator, national artist and UP professor Guillermo Tolentino wrote, "The completely nude figure of a young man with outstretched arms and open hands, with tilted head, closed eyes, and parted lips, murmuring a prayer, with breast forward in the act of offering himself, is my interpretation of that sublime stanza. It symbolizes all the unknown heroes who fell during the night." The statue stands on a rustic base, a stylized rug shape of the Philippine archipelago, lined with big and small hard rocks, each of which represents an island. The katakataka or wonder plant, whose roots are tightly implanted on Philippine soil, is the link that binds the symbolized figure to the allegorical Philippine group. Katakataka is really a wonder plant. It is called siempre vivo, always alive in Spanish. A leaf or a piece of it thrown anywhere will sprout into a young plant. Hence, it symbolizes the deep-rooted patriotism in the heart of our heroes. Such patriotism continually and forever grows anywhere in the Philippines. The oblation continues to be a landmark for airing of fearless expressions of love for freedom, truth, and love for one's country.
In the 1990s, a monument was built at the Rotunda, which is located in the intersection of Tomas Morato and Timog Avenues. An obelisk whose base is engraved with 24 figures representing those who perished in the ill-fated flight. They live and died with the principles and ideals of the Boy Scout may perhaps serve as an inspiration for the rest of us to live by these principles and ideals as work on making our world better. Kamay ni Jesus, also known as Valle de Rasa Grotto. Kamay ni Jesus Shrine was built in 2003 under the initiative of the healing priest Father Yui Faller with the help of the people of Quezon. It is a 5-hectare land with a church and chapel, a grotto on a hill that you can climb for 300 plus steps, and a 50-foot statue of garden ascending Christ on top. A Garden of Eden, that has some life-size statues of some people from the Bible. A replica of Noah's Ark, which also acts as retreat house as well as a souvenir shop. The place can be considered as a tourist spot, but we must not forget what the real purpose of the place is. It is a religious site, a healing, a pilgrimage center.
MacArthur Landing Memorial National Park is known as one of the most significant landmarks of Leyte. The statue was designed by Anastasio Tanchuaco Caido and was built on July 12, 1977. The park's focal point are the seven double life-size bronze statues on the shallow man-made pool depicting MacArthur and his entourage during the historic A-Day landing, as captured in the iconic photo by Gaetano Filianse. This statue is called Our Lady of Edsa Shrine, an impressive bronze image of Our Lady of Queen of Peace, etched by Virginia T. Navarro, and was built in 1989 on donated land to commemorate the People Power Revolution. The shrine is the site of two peaceful demonstrations that toppled President Ferdinand Marcos. Francisco Mañosa designed the Shrine of Mary Queen of Peace more than 30 years ago.
The Negros Occidental Capital Park and Lagoon is a provincial park in the center of Bacolod. A unique feature of the park where two iconic sculptures are to be found. On the north end of the lagoon stands the sculpture of a woman and a water buffalo by the Italian sculptor Francisco Riccardo Monti. On the opposite end stands a man pulling another water buffalo by the Negrense artist Felix Garzon. The Mactan Shrine Park in Punta Engano, Mactan Island, Cebu, stands a 20-foot bronze statue in honor of Dato' Lapu-Lapu, a native chieftain who defeated Spanish soldiers and killed Portuguese explorer Ferdinand Magellan in the Battle of Mactan in the year 1521. This monument stands as a reminder of Filipino bravery,